Hey, what's up, pool people? Luce here with another pool care video. It's that time of year, end of the season, so it's time to close the pool. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the things you're going to need to close the pool. These are some of the chemicals you need. Start off first. A couple days ago, I already went ahead and shocked the pool. I used pool shock. You want to definitely have your pool well chlorinated prior to closing it. You don't want to skim it, vacuum it. Make sure that the water is balanced. So these are the things you're going to need. Inside here, I got some trichlor tabs. I'll probably put one or two of them in this thing here. I got two of these floating bowls. This will take each one of these. You take one trichlor tablet, and you just have it floating in the pool. This is to test the the pool water. Make sure it's balanced. The acid, in case you need to balance the acid levels. This right here is super water clarifier. It's actually a flocculant. What it does is it combines all of the smaller particles into bigger particles so that your pool filter will actually be able to filter it out. If you got a problem with algae, I would definitely get some of this. Algae Guard, it kills the algae and also prevents it from forming. I'm probably not going to have too much of a problem with that over the winter. I got a pool cover that actually prevents the UV light, the sun's rays, from getting in the pool, so I probably won't have a problem with algae next year when I open my pool. Alright, and this right here, all this is just RV antifreeze. It's biodegradable, non-toxic. I'm going to purge all my pipes and then flood my pipes with this stuff here so that they don't, in case you do get some water intrusion, they won't freeze and burst. Alright, so for the most part, these are all the chemicals that you're going to need. Alright, in here I got these are all the plugs for all the lines that I have. We're also going to go ahead and do the filter. I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to clean it. It probably shouldn't be too hard to clean because I just cleaned it a couple months ago. I'm going to take that out, clean it, dry it, and then store it in my workshop over the winter. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, we're just going to take this and sprinkle it in the outer edge of the pool. Alright, as you can definitely see, the pool is definitely going to need to be skimmed and vacuumed. It's a little dirty. We just did it a few days ago, but with the rain and the wind we've been having, it's just hard to keep up with this. So we're going to clean it, vacuum it, and then we're also going to test the pool water. Alright, so the pool water is a little cold. I'm just going to put one drop in there. That's to zero out the water. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to go ahead and test the pH level. I bet my pH is going to be a little high. And yep, I need to add some acid to it. I'm also going to test the chlorine level. Well, the chlorine level should be pretty good since I shocked it a few days ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, without even mixing it, I can already tell. It's definitely good. Good with the chlorine. So, let me see. The pH level is high. I'm going to add a little bit of acid, balance it out. Alright, so I'm going to use this muriatic acid from Home Depot. It's pretty cheap. You get 2 of these 1 gallon bottles for like 10 bucks. So I've gotten pretty used to using this stuff. All you need really for my pool is probably add maybe a couple pints of it, and the pH level will be good to go. I always just put it in the deep end, kind of spread it out a little bit. So that is probably all I need to use, but since this bottle is almost empty, I'm just going to go ahead and put the rest of it in there. There's not that much left in here. I'll just go ahead and mix this with water a little bit. Give it a good shake. Give it a good cleaning, so I'm tossing this right into the trash can. Alright, so I put in my sump pump, same sump pump that you would put in your sump pit. Put that in there, and the goal is to get that water level over there by the skimmer, maybe about 6 inches to a foot below the skim line. That'll probably take about 4 or 5 hours. Alright, so you're definitely going to want to brush the pool surface, the walls, the steps, get all this stuff in suspension, and get it brushed down towards the deep end. Alright, so while my pool is being pumped out, there's a few things I can do in the meantime. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the pool pump. what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clean up the filter. There's 4 filters in there. Take it apart, clean it. I'm going to deactivate the saltwater chlorinator right there. I might have to actually give it a acid bath inside and clean the plates, the ionization plates, I don't know what you call it. And over here I got my pool pump itself. There's a filter in there, a pre-filter. All it is just a basket. I'm going to take that out, clean it, and take out the plugs from there to winterize it. And then all these valves here, so all these pipes you see here, 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 all those, they go to the pool itself. You want to purge all the water out of there, and you can do that by using a shop vac, purging it, plugging it, and then in the skimmers you can go ahead and dump some RV antifreeze in there as extra insurance. What that'll do is fill the pipes with antifreeze, and in case there is ever any water intrusion over the winter, it'll prevent it from freezing and preventing the pipes from cracking or bursting. Alright, so let's get to it. Alright, next step, pull filter cartridges. Before you begin, you want to go ahead and relieve the pressure if there is any pressure in here, just in case. You can hear the air escaping. You want to use a 7/8 inch socket to undo that nut right there. That, put it in there. So, still have to rinse them off, but they don't look dirty at all. Just some debris on there. So, I already made a video on how to clean the filters. So, if you need to see a video on how to do that, just check out one of my other videos. So underneath here, underneath the canister, there's a little drain plug. Oh, it's really hard to see, but anyways, you want to loosen that up. Actually, I can do it by hand now. A little sand and grit in there. There we go. So inside the canister, a lot of dirt, debris, sand, whatever. Give it a good spray in there. So here I got my paper cartridge filters. As you can see, there's some debris in there. All I'm going to do is just spray them down. dry them by putting them in my workshop and just leaving them there all season or all fall and winter long. So I'm not going to really show you how I clean them. I'm just going to hose them down. That's it. Alright, pool filters are all done. They didn't take long at all to clean. Like I said, I cleaned them not too long ago. So some of you guys might be wondering how long they last. Well, according to pool guys and manufacturer, these paper filters will last anywhere from 3 to 5 years. What I do is I just inspect them. So mine are about 3 years old and they look pretty good. You'll know when they go bad if they're like torn, cut, or if you see some fibers coming out of the paper fins. If they start to fray, then it's probably time to replace them. So these look pretty good. Maybe I'll get another couple years out of them. Who knows? But when I clean them, they weren't dirty at all. Not that much debris in there. Didn't see too much gunk, so it's definitely working. It's doing its job, and I'm happy with it. So once they dry, I'm going to put them away and store them, keep them from getting dust on them. Alright, next is the saltwater chlorine generator. I'm going to take it off. It just twists off and give it a quick inspection. Let's see if I can clean it. Looking in there, and the plates look really good, really clean, so all I have to do is just probably hose them down. Yeah. Everything looks good. I don't see any type of calcium buildup in there at all, so yeah, I don't have to do a acid wash or anything. Just gonna clean it up a little bit and just put it away. Alright, so I went ahead and cleaned it, and I put it back on like sideways, so that's how I'm going to store it for the winter, either sideways or upside down. That way when it comes time to open my pool, you'll know that it's not on properly and not secured on properly. Alright, this here is a pool pump. You've got two little things you got to unscrew, you know what you call them, plugs, drain plugs. Unscrew them, drains out all the water. And these I'll put away with the rest of the stuff. So I'll clean that later. You can see the water's all draining out. Once that's all drained out, I'm going to clean it out, and then put the cover back on so no more water gets into it. Alright, so I don't know if you can see that, but that's the one of the return line things. I don't know what you call them, but I gotta take that off. Alright, so I took off the inlet jets, or jet caps, or jet covers, I don't know what they're called, and I'm going to replace this with one of these plugs. After I purge it of water, I'm going to use that shop vac over there to purge all the lines. Use the reverse feature, and then plug all the lines inside the pool with one of these plugs. Different sizes. This one's a number 10. There's like size 10, 12, and 8, I think. Alright, so this is looking down the skimmer. I'm using the shop vac to force air out there to purge the pipes. Alright, so I'm going to pour some antifreeze This is RV antifreeze down in the pipe. Go ahead and seal that. All right, it's about half a gallon. So I'm going to take this plug, push that in there nice and snug. That goes in there like that. And then I'm going to go over to the valve lever and just close it up. Now this pipe will be sealed. Alright, that middle lever right there, that's the south skimmer. That's the one I was working on. I'm going to go ahead and close it. Now it's sealed, airtight. That one's winterized. Only 5 more to go. Alright, so I have the shop vac right there, connected there, and we're going to turn it on, and over there, they're going to see a bunch of air bubbles coming on. Alright. You got it? Alright, now, with all the air coming out, that's how much air bubbles coming. I'm going to take this and seal it up. Alright, turn it off! Alright, that's it. Alright, so all 6 pipes are now purged of water. We plugged them, they're sealed, don't have to worry about water coming into them. Over here on the panel, I went ahead and shut off the pool pump so it can't accidentally turn on. The last thing to do is to cover that, and I got to put that chlorinator back on loosely, and that'll be it. Actually no, it won't be it. Last thing I got to do is cover up the pool with a safety cover, and I'll do that once the water is almost done draining out. Still has around, I don't know, 6 inches left. It could take another 3 hours. I don't know. I might turn it off and finish pumping it out tomorrow. Basically, I need to get enough water below the skim line so that in case it starts raining, it doesn't fill up and water will get into the skimmer and possibly get through the rubber plugs. So that should be pretty much it. Pool is finally covered, and that's the end of closing the pool. Alright, so finally got the pool covered. It's been a long, busy day. We did a lot. So in a nutshell, I cleaned the pool, vacuumed it, brushed it, shocked it, added algicide, added 3 pints of acid, balanced the water. Chlorine level was high, which is good. It was like 5 parts per million. The pH was good after I added the acid. Pumped out the water 6 inches below the skim line. Purged all the pipes, added RV antifreeze in there, cleaned the filters, covered the pool. So I probably saved myself anywhere from $300 to $400. It took probably, I would say it took like a good 5 hours to do it. And a lot of it was just waiting around for the water level to drop down to the proper level so I can go ahead and start skimming it, or purging the pipes. All right. So I can't think of anything else that you might want to do when you close your pool. You should keep a record So whenever I open the pool, close the pool, I add chemicals, I actually write it down in my lawn book. Pool care, for me, it's kind of like, it goes hand in hand with my lawn care. And you should just keep a record. Let me see if this will focus in on here. Keep a record of everything that you did when it comes to your pool. That way you'll know what chemicals you added, you know, and refer back to it later, okay? So, another thing to do if you own a pool, I made a pool video about, you know, buying or getting a pool installer or buying a house with a pool. So, if you see, it does take a lot of work, but once you get accustomed to doing it over and over again, you know, it becomes pretty natural. So it's nice to have a helper. I had my daughter and my wife help me out, so they didn't want to be in the video, so I didn't really record them. So anyways, it definitely helps if you have a second or third person. So get your family involved, you know, have some quality family time when you do any pool maintenance, pool closing, stuff like that. So if you like this video, or if you have any questions, comment on it, subscribe, and I'll try to answer any questions. So in case you guys are wondering, I didn't mention this in this video, but my pool is about 12,000 gallons. That fluctuates. You can, you know, add, you know, probably up to 1,000 gallons, maybe a 13,000 gallon pool, you know, if you really wanted to. But it's a kidney shaped pool, salt water, in-ground concrete. If you got any questions about any of those features, you know, just ask away and I'll try to answer it as soon as possible. All right. Anyways, thanks for watching. Again, like and subscribe. Hope to hear from you.